Hello everybody, my name's Alison and I am a chair-based exercise instructor and Pilates instructor, and I've been doing chair-based exercise for 12 years now, and I'm super keen. Why should the lack of the ability to stand up be a limitation to exercise? We all need to move, we need to move more, and there's some great, fabulous ways to do it while in a chair, so I hope you enjoy my ideas. Hello again everyone, this segment is for your lower body. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is your feet. Now ideally you would work without shoes. Okay, so if you're happy to, or you can, take your shoes off. So I'm going to take mine off, but do you know what, if you can't, don't worry about it, you can still do most of the things with your shoes on. Okay, so the first thing, well, I'm going to, because I'm a bit obsessed with it, I'm just going to remind you, if I can, to sit tall. Now, I'm sitting right on the edge of this chair, but you're absolutely welcome. In fact, I would advise it to make sure you've got some support through the back of the chair, so you can sit tall, but it's not a strain for your back. Okay, but so that I can have movement, if you don't mind, I'm actually going to sit forward. Okay, so please, I want you just to wiggle your toes. Just do what you can. We're quite good at wiggling them in, aren't we? But sort of spread them out. So if you're maybe in your shoes, it might not work so well. But you know what? You could maybe do it before you go to bed. Honestly, it's such a good idea as feet get really stiff as we progress through life. And so just any kind of wiggling, good idea. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is, with your feet on the floor, see if you can sort of roll in on your big toe and then your little toe. Okay, so you will feel your legs moving as well. And it's quite hard to be thinking, what do you mean I'm moving my legs? But you're trying to get a little bit of movement in the mid-foot. So it's a slightly strange one. So if I exaggerate, it makes it better, doesn't it? So I'm moving with my feet, but it's making my legs move. Okay, in and out. Okay, so the next thing is more your ankles, really. And you might want to be more supported in the chair, at the back of the chair, as you do heel dig, toe point. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. It's so tempting, but don't hold your breath. 3, and try and sit tall. 2, and 1, and then we'll do the other side. Off you go. Do you know what the most important bit of this exercise is the heel dig. I know it's lovely to kind of channel your inner Darcy Bustle doing the toe point, but go for it with the heel. That's what we need. This sometimes kind of deteriorates a bit as we age, the heel dig. So important. I've lost count, haven't I? Shall we go? 3, 2, heel dig, and 1. Okie dokie. And I'm going to stay with the heel dig a bit. But for this next thing, you're going to do a little bit of a heel stretch. I would like you, please, to lean back. It's counterintuitive. It's like almost a bit adolescent, isn't it? To sort of slump back. Really counterintuitive, but honestly, it's really important. I don't want us to be sat up like this. I want you to be leaning back so this angle is much shallower and much more open. So yeah, let it all go like you're like an adolescent. And then I want you to put one leg forward and pull your toes towards you. So you're just doing an exaggerated heel dig, and relax. And pull towards you. And relax. Do 3 more. So it's a little bit, it feels maybe it's like the ankle is pulled, but it's a calf stretch. 2, really important for gait, for walking this. And stop. And swap sides, sliding along the floor and then reaching. and then keep on reaching. Now you can go slower if you want. I suppose you might get out of sync with the click, but if you were going to have a go at this on your own, you can go for longer, really pulling those toes forward. And you're going to get a little bit of sense of tension and stretch creeping right up your leg. Don't forget to breathe. Pull the toes forward, reach the heel away from you, and stop. Okay, and then, don't do this very often, but I'm going to say stay slumped back in your chair. It doesn't happen often. This is the only time. Because again, we're going to kind of move, we're going to do some work for the knees. Now, if you're doing chair-based exercise, this is it's practically the only exercise that you can do to strengthen these muscles, and they're the main stabilizers of the knee. So if you have a little bit of pain, maybe it's when you're walking downstairs or coming down a hill, or you've got a touch of osteoarthritis in your knee, this is the exercise for you. It's one of the ways to do it. But you need to be slumped back, dropped back. Okay, one leg in the air, and you're going to bend and straighten. Now this is going to be quite tiring. So I'm going to start really ambitious with 10 reps. Some of you are going to get to 5 and you're going to think, really? So you stop, have a rest, maybe have another go tomorrow. That's maybe about 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's have a little rest before we do the other side. If you sit up and do this, it's really grippy in here, and actually it can annoy your lower back. So, odd though it appears, you want to get this angle more open, and it's kind of on the leg. Okay, let's have a go with the other side. Slide the leg along the floor and up, and then bend and straighten. One other thing. If you go a little bit lower to the floor like that, it's a little bit kinder and easier. This is harder. And it requires more flexibility, it just requires more from your leg. So keep it low, but get that bend and straighten. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now then, I have forgotten something for your ankles, so I'm just going to go back to ankles if I may. Stay in this position, slide a leg, lift it off the floor and circle your ankles. Forgot this one. Go for full circles, go slow, go steady. You'll find your toes will wiggle a bit, but mostly you want the ankles change direction. Slow and steady. Don't take your leg too high because it's tiring on the thigh. Just shift it just off the floor. One more circle in that direction and have that foot on the floor stabilizing you. Leave it there. Go for the other leg. Slide it along the floor. Just let it lift a little and circle. So you're aiming to work in the ankle, not the knee. So it does take a bit of thinking about, but it's that ankle that's moving, not the knee. Change direction. Have you forgotten to breathe? I have, which is what's made me say it actually. So breathe, breathe, breathe. 3 circles. 2 and 1. Okay, back up to sitting tall. And we've just got one last thing, which is not so much strength, it's just a sort of stretchy opening exercise for your thighs. So I want you to walk your legs out like that, and you're going to feel a right old stretch in your inner thighs there, and walk them back. So this is one where you might want the support of the back of the chair. You might start to feel this, after all the work you've done in your feet, you might actually get a little bit tired in your feet here because they are working. But the purpose of this is really to get the thighs moving. And the muscles in the outer part of your bottom are having a little bit of workout, strange though that may seem. And also the muscles in the inner thigh. And they're also getting a stretch. and you're moving your thighs. So we're going to just carry on for another couple of repetitions. So it is rather footy, but it's working the legs. Again, some of you might think that you can't. Some of you will have really amazing range, and you'll get miles, and some of you will be not. Why does this? But we're all different, and we've all got our various tightnesses and things. So just be aware that you're going to your end range, wherever that is, and then coming back. Shall we do one more for luck? Yeah. Back we go, still sitting tall and breathing. And we're done with that segment.